Okay. Hello, students. So today we will be studying about indices. That is base and the power. So let me just tell you what exactly is indices. So indices is a way you can say a shorthand way of writing. Shorthand way of writing numbers which are getting multiplied or repeated number of times. Think number numbers multiplied for n number of times. For example, if you go for like 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, let's say, so we can see that the 2 is multiplied 5 times over here. So we can write this in a shortened way like this 2 raised to 5. Okay. And with that, we can generally use this way to do a lot of mathematical stuff. Now, generally, it is highly used by scientists. For example, if you see the mass of sun is actually taken to be 2 into 10 raised to 30 kg. Now, if you can imagine how much you have to write zeros, for example, if I start writing zeros, I have to write zeros like 30 times, and that would be a big stuff. And in order to make it easier, we generally write the indices, or you can say the exponent and power method. Okay, easy. So we generally use this one. Let me just tell you some other example as well. We generally use to calculate, let's say, the growth of bacteria or population of a city for a decade and other things as well. Okay. We also use it for computers. Computer basically uses a language called binary language. That is a language related to 2. So that is, it uses 2 as the base. So and it's so if you see there's a 2 raised to 10, so that is basically 1024. So if you see 1 MB, that means it is 1024 KB. Okay. So kilobytes, megabytes, and generally computer uses everything in this particular format. If you see music also, so if you say music, so music also does the same thing. For example, if I have a note, let's say the C, so the C is 256 hertz. So basically, this is one frequency. Now, if you go to the other octave, the higher octave, you basically take 2 raised to 1 into 256. That is 512 hertz. Okay. So if you go to the other octave, that will be 2 raised to 2 into 256. Making sense? So that is 4 into 256 in general. Okay. So yeah, so we use the exponent method or the indices method in all walks of life. And they say, so let's start with the very basic part. So before we go to the first exercise, let's say we will start with some rules of indices. So there are some rules of indices. This is called indices. We have, it is a raised to, let's say, b, where a is the base. Okay. And b here up is the power or exponent. Exponent. We also call it as index. That is the reason why this chapter is also named as indices, which is the plural form of index. Okay. So what are the rules? So generally we have the rules. As first, we call it as the multiplication rule. Multiplication of powers. Okay, so we have a raised to m into a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n. So that is when the bases are same, we add the powers. Here's an example. We have 3 raised to 5 into 3 raised to 2. We can add 3 raised to 5 plus 2. And that makes sense because let me just show how exactly what we're doing here. So we are taking 3 raised to 5 as 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. And this is 5 times. And if you take 3 raised to 2 as 3 into 2, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we can write this in short form as 3 raised to 7, where 3 is the base, 7 is the index or power. All okay? Now let's go for the second rule. The second rule says division of power. Now in this case, we say a raised to m divided by a raised to n, or we write a raised to m divided by a raised to n, whatever notation you use. The answer is a raised to m minus n. So let's take an example again. So we have 5 raised to 4 divided by, let's say, 5 raised to 3. Okay. So we can basically do this 5 raised to 4 minus 3. Now, since 4 was bigger, so you take the, so you can take this one up. So this is 5 raised to 1. So let's see the actual method. So we have 5 raised to 4 can be written as 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. And 5 raised to 3, which is in the denominator, can be written as 5 into 5 into 5. So if you see this case, if I cancel each one, I get only 1 5, which is 5 raised to 1. All okay? So yeah, that's how you do it. Let's go for the next one. It's called power of a power. Of a power. Okay, so we generally write a raised to m to the power n. So generally I use the word raised to, and outside India generally we say to the power of, or to the power. Whatever method you use, it is okay. So a raised to n is equal to a raised to m into n. So that if I use a power of power, generally we multiply both the powers. Example. So we have 3 raised to 4 raised to, let's say 5. Okay, so we write 3 raised to 4 into 5. Now this is very important. So we have 3 raised to 20. Let me just show exactly what we did here. So if I take 3 raised to 4, we'll take a small simple example so that we don't have to write a lot of things. So let's say 3 raised to 2 raised to 3, just same thing. So this will be 3 raised to 6. Let's check. So we have 3 raised to 3. So we have, correct. Now this you have to do 3 times because we know a cube is a into a into a. So this is 3 into 3 1 times, 3 into 2 3 2 times, and 3 into 3 the third time. So if you calculate this, this is 3 raised to 6. And this is how we use power of a power. Now there are some basic rules as well. So a number raised to 1 or base raised to 1, number to the power 1. So if I write a raised to 1, that is, it is a. So if I say 7 raised to 1, it is 7. Generally, people don't write 1. You'll never get the question something raised to 1 or to the power 1. So we assume that the power is, so we know that the power is 1. Okay. So let's understand we have the fifth one. Number to the power 0. So if you have the number to the power 0, so that means we have a raised to 0. What do you mean by this one? So we have a raised to 0 is 1. Okay, let's take an example. We have 5 raised to 0. So that is 5 raised to 0 is 1. So if I have 100 raised to 0, that is 1. If I have 1050 raised to 0, the answer is again 1. Let's take an example, simple example. Okay. So for raised to 0, let me just take a simple example. We have, let's say we have 5 upon 5. This is raised to 1, this is raised to 1, correct? Now using our formula, a raised to m upon a raised to n, we write 5 raised to 1 minus 1. Okay, and the answer comes as 5 raised to 0. Now we can directly do this, 5 and 5 get cancelled and the answer is 1. So we understand 5 raised to 0 is 1. So this is how you can understand and explain this formula to others as well. Now this was the main 5 formula. There's one more interesting formula, which is a raised to negative power. So can we make the negative power positive? Yes. If you actually shift it to the denominator, a raised to n. So you don't have to change the number, just change the sign of the power. Okay. Example, we have let's say 6 raised to minus 3 can be written as 1 upon 6 raised to 3. Okay. Same way you can do from the denominator to the numerator. Highly useful. So if I have a raised to minus m, so I can take it up. I can take a raised to plus m or n. Example, let's say we have 2 upon 4 raised to minus 3. So since 2 is not related to our formula, 4 raised to, this is the indices. So you take it up. So you have 2 into 4 raised to 3. So remember, you don't change the position of 2. You actually take the 4 raised to minus 3 and take it up. Easy. Okay. Now, there's an additional formula that is highly useful in solving the numericals. Let's say a by b raised to minus n. So if a by b is raised to minus n, so instead of solving it, we can just do this one. So we write b by a raised to plus n. Now, generally, whenever you take the power from the negative to the positive, solving becomes easier. So you always use this formula. So you have, let's say 4 by 5 raised to minus 3. I can write 5 by 4 raised to 3. Okay. So just invert the fraction and take just invert the fraction and take the power to be positive. That's it. So yeah, and so let's start with the very basic part. So before we go to the first exercise, let's say we will start with some rules of indices. So there are some rules of indices. It's called indices. We have, it is a raised to, let's say b, where a is the base. Okay, and b here up is the power or exponent. Exponent. We also call it as index. That is the reason why this chapter is also named as indices, which is the plural form of index. Okay. So what are the rules? So generally we have the rules. As first, we call it as the multiplication rule. Multiplication of powers. Okay, so we have a raised to m into a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n. So that is when the bases are same, we add the powers. Here's an example. We have 3 raised to 5 into 3 raised to 2. We can add simply 3 raised to 5 plus 2. And that makes sense because let me just show how exactly what we're doing here. So we are taking 3 raised to 5 as 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. And this is 5 times. And if you take 3 raised to 2 as 3 into 2, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we can write this in short form as 3 raised to 7, where 3 is the base, 7 is the index or power. All okay? Now, let's go for the second rule. The second rule says division of power. Now, in this case, we say a raised to m divided by a raised to n, or we write a raised to m divided by a raised to n, whatever notation you use. The answer is a raised to. With this, let's start with our first exercise. Okay. Oh. So practice 1.1. Identify the base and the exponent in the following number. So first thing, I think this is 3, something like that, maybe. So I'm assuming it to be 10 raised to 1. Oh, sorry, 10 raised to 3. Okay. So the exponent here is, 3. The base here is 10. And we can read it as 10 to the power of 3. Or 10 to the third power. We read it like that. So you can write 10 to the third power. I generally read it as 10 to the raised to 3. Okay, so you can use this too. This is a generally local language of writing it. Okay, easy. So let's go for the next one. So we have 4 raised to 7. Okay, so exponent here is 7. The base here is 4, and we write 4 to the power 7, or generally 4 raised to 7. Okay, now you can do the rest of the questions by yourself. So let's go to the next question. So this was easier, and you should always read it properly and in the same way. Okay, don't read at 4, 7, 36, 9, 13, 10. No, read it as 13 to the power 10, 36 raised to the power 9, 4 to the power of 7. Anyway, but make sure you add that raised to power 2 so that it becomes easier to understand. Okay, now let's go for the second one. Write the following in product form. So in general, this is we expand it in the product form. So we have 2 raised to 4 can be written as. So you have 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. That's it. That's the product form. We don't have to actually write the answer. I think this is 10 raised to 3. The second question is 10 raised to 3. If it is something else, you can just understand. 10 into 10 into 10. Okay. Let's say this is 4 raised to, the nth one is the 3 raised to 5. So we have 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Okay, 5 times. The F1, 3 by 4 to the power 4. So we can write 3 by 4, take the bracket, 3 by 4, 3 by 4, and 3 by 4. Okay, so this is the product form. So you write the product form, just expand, write into, that's it. Don't have to actually find the value or evaluate the actual answer. Okay. So let's move to the next part, and we call it as exponential form. So exponential form, when you write it in the form a to the power b or a raised to b. Okay, so we have, so people make a lot of mistake over here when we say exponential form. Again, this case, we have 3. Okay, let me just write 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Okay, I need to count properly. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, this is an extra, and this, I think somebody wrote an answer over here. Sorry. So we got 3 into 3 into 3 into there. Sorry for that, into 3. Okay, so let me just count. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So how do you write this? We know that the number is an expansion of product form of 3. So just write 3 and then count the numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you write 3 raised to 7. That's it. This is your exponential form. Wow. Okay, easy. Now, if you go for the let's say I'm going for the nth one because it is easier to understand. Now 2 by 7 into 2 by 7 into 2 by 7 into 2 by 7. I think this is 6 times. 2 by 7, 2 by 7, 2 by 7. Okay. Okay. So generally, if you say write the 2 by 7 first and then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This right raised to 6. Now, when you write raised to 6 to a fraction, use the bracket because this 6 is actually going to both the numbers. This is actually 2 raised to 6 upon 7 raised to 6. Okay. So that's it for the day. Okay. Sorry. F question. Wait. Now, the F question is actually interesting. The population of a town triples every decade. If the population is 30 thousand in 2020, what will be its population in 2070? Now remember, in a decade means 10 years. 10 years. Now from 2070 to, sorry, from 2020 to 2070, there are 5 decades. 5 decades, because there are 50 years, by the way, the gap. So we write 5. Okay, easy. Now we understand. So we write, since it triples, okay, the population triples. So therefore, we can write population in 2070 would be 3 raised to 5. Since it triples, it is 3 raised to 5 into the population of 2020. So that is 30,000. Okay, so you can just calculate this and multiply that part. So the answer is, wait a second. So the answer is, okay, 3 raised to 5 is, okay, 3 raised to 4 is 81, 243. So you write 243 for this one and 30,000. Then you multiply 3 6 are 9, 3 4 are 12, 1 carry, 729. And then you write the extra zeros. That's it. That will be the population after 50 years or 5 decades. That's it. So that's it for the day. And you can see the next video